Hey, I'm making this video to try and spread the message that death control should be respected as a human right. And when I say death control, I mean that sort of as the opposite of birth control. And let me clarify that it should be considered a human right for adults, people over the age of 18. So birth control is being able to decide when you procreate, being able to control when you create life. So for a man, it can take the form of using condoms, the pull-out method, or getting a vasectomy, or abstinence. And for women, it can take the form of abstinence, female condoms, birth control, abortions, sort of, in extreme cases, and if I said birth control with men can't take birth control, maybe in the future, but yeah, so there's types of birth control that we can use to control when we create life. And so death control is being able to decide when we die. So I think in at least one, maybe more states, there's something called assisted suicide, but it's generally only allowed for people who are, who one or two doctors, I think two, have considered to be mortally ill, past the point of no return, with like 6 months to live or less. But basically, so right now, death control, being able to decide when one dies, is effectively illegal, and is effectively illegal in that if somebody attempts to engage in suicide, they can be locked up in a hospital ward. Or if somebody voices a plan's mean and intention of engaging in suicide, they can be locked up in a hospital ward. And that's not right, I don't think. Yeah, so I don't think suicide is necessarily a good or moral thing. And in fact, as I've consistently said, I hope we end up not having any suicides. I hope all humans can figure out a way to create lives worth living and to be able to receive the help that would be useful to be able to create lives worth living for their own selves. But I don't think we should use force and coercion to stop adults from engaging in death control, deciding when they die. Yeah, so if you agree that death control should be a right that is respected for adults, then please contact your lawmaking representative wherever you live and tell them by phone, email, or in person or otherwise that you support an adult's right to utilize death control, and also that you think that there should be systems put in place to help people so it becomes easier to create a worthwhile life worth living, and so that we can hopefully, through kindness and wooing and persuasion, make it so there are no suicides. I think that would be great. But I don't think using force and coercion on adults is going to help at all. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, watch my other videos, visit my websites, and have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night.